Yeah, I got to respect Nye with the free-to-play loadout right there, like getting the highest level color possible coming in with the Koji. Going to be going in with the defense stance, of course, very logical for Kojis. Of course, they want to be into that 5 from the 4. On the other side, Fizz going to be putting in a lot into the defense, going to be going in all the way up to, I think that's 8 on the defense now against Nye.
Now we are in the Demon Island, going to have those tiny walls. You've seen this stage played several times today. Fizz getting a nice D-Light into the recovery, even a third hit. Didn't find the weapon toss. That could have put him in a huge power position, but still, quite a bit of damage was done very quickly. Nye answering back with some great sword spacing.
Ooh, but a punish from Fizz.
Nice read on that one. Not going for the straight sidelight stare. Might be a little bit of a questionable choice since they were close to the left side.
Throw out that side signature. Oh! Nye was ready for that one. Just the immediate reaction there with the tatami mat. The second the spot dodge came out, like didn't even wait for the lightning. Immediately threw it out. Caught Fizz, but Fizz with the sidelight side air. Both of them trying to wrestle this first stock.
Now that D-Sig on bow from Nye is going to be a very safe option on the edge. Does have some forward range to it. Also will grab someone who's like right over, just peeking over on the top corner. It is Fizz, though, who picks up the first KO here on the Demon Island. Sword coming in for Nye. We saw Nye do a lot of work with that sword in the previous stop. D-Light side air cleans it up quick.
Going to be holding onto these weapons for a brief moment, but wants to be sticking with the sword, like you said, able to add up quite a bit of damage. Fizz picks up a hammer, gets a sidelight, tries to read a back jump away with that forward side air, but still has this stage control, throwing out the Mjolnirs, those down signatures.
Still picked up that D-Light, even though he was a little bit high and Nye was still grounded. Reached enough below GC side signature to get on the main platform.
Ooh.
Getting a little bit cheeky with it.
I don't think he was expecting it to hit on stage. The downlight into the recovery, very strong option, but I don't think he was expecting it to hit on stage because he didn't go for anything after that recovery, and Nye was able to spot dodge inside of it. Fizz still got a lot of damage there and ended up getting that second stop.
Stomp sidelight, expecting Nye to go down low, goes for the side sig follow-up. Nye's going to have to add up damage very quickly here against Fizz. Weapon spawn comes in. What is it with EU players and the weapon spawn coming in? The opponent is not anywhere near them, and then they go back towards the player unarmed.
Yo, I mean, it's the mind games, right? Like, everyone expects you to go for the weapon, so sometimes you go for the off idea of just going in for the unarmed. But there's a lot of safe weapon pickups that people are just giving away for free. Meanwhile, stomp side air, Nye's off stage, Nye's in trouble, and the stomp side air gives Fizz game number 1.
Maybe it's just EU brains being built different, and Fizz is built different coming in with the victory in that game already. Gravity cancel stomp side air is going to be the ender, the finishing move for that game. Neutral sig comes out, Nye strays away, then goes back in. I can't believe that hit. I was expecting Nye to be in the perfect spot. Here it comes, the GC D-Light into the side air. Didn't even need to interrupt the recovery, but still did.
Just a little bit extra to guarantee that one. That final stock from Fizz was so incredibly goofy too. We saw it started off with like an orb down sig into an N sig, went for a second N sig, didn't quite work out, and then started throwing, switched over to the hammer to finish that one off. Really well done from Fizz. Interesting flag decision from Fizz. Is that like, are they Canadian playing on the EU servers, or are they
I don't know.
Giving love to a Canadian friend out there? Because we've seen seen North Americans put out like a South American flag to just like give love to South Americans, things like that.
Fizz's Fizz's location is Canada.
Oh.
On Smash GG. So definitely must be in EU right now, because I don't think Fizz will be doing this great if physically located in Canada.
I mean, we've seen like people who are on the furthest east coast of Canada do relatively well. Okay.
Oh, we're getting a nod from production that Fizz does live in Germany.
Okay, so he just giving some love to Canada. But either way, game 1 in the bag. Fizz sticking with the Thor, and then you're seeing Nye make the switch over to the Sidra. Like you were saying earlier, Nye not really any overcommittal to a singular legend. Plays just a little bit of everything.
Smash GG does definitely be lying sometimes, because like when I first clicked on Fizz's name, it said United States. Then when I went to Fizz's profile on Smash GG, it said Canada. So who knows?
Yeah, man. That's the I live in Canada in the United States, right?
It definitely would be working correctly if part of the Creed was the one who was programming it.
Shoutouts to Creed. But shoutouts to the players here in game number 2, Nye versus Fizz. Nye, the swap over to the Sidra. Gonna retain the sword from the previous game with the Koji, but of course throwing the bow away for something that shoots a little bit harder with those cannonballs. How do you see it?
Now, in the in-game chat, Nye did just say not necessarily feeling the Sidra right now, specifically because of the cannon. So we'll see if Nye swaps over the second that they can over onto the sword from Sidra, or how much work they're able to do with the cannon. Being very careful how they choose to initiate here.
Yeah, Nye's definitely showing some trouble here, trying to get in on top of Fizz. There you see him where a lot of the cannon players kind of decided to jump off. That sidelight not able to go for the immediate jump side air follow-up as easily anymore.
Oh, continues with the unarmed pressure, getting right below Fizz, hitting with that recovery. Swaps over to the sword. Now Nye, oh man, great spacing on that, fantastic punish. Going with the dash D-light off the edge, likely going to pick up for a down air. Gets through that signature as well. Nice spacing and timing is fantastic. Going to stick with the sword, maybe not, maybe so, maybe not, maybe so.
Punish? Nope.
No.
Nope.
That is a indication of lag. We did see another taunt coming out from Fizz, but this does kind of look like a bot.
Is that a DC? Yeah, okay. I was going to say, like, if it wasn't a bot, then Nye's being very generous letting Fizz get that weapon pickup for free. But it looks like it was a bot, and Fizz is back. Of course, you saw the salt come out. And we are back on here in game number 2. Nice. Still with that stock advantage.
Ooh, nice. 4 hits, and the anchor, and the weapon toss. Isn't quite in the spot to throw out the dare. Didn't maybe want to commit too much of it by going down low into the fast fall, but so much damage was done there.
I really like that he went for the chase dodge weapon toss right after hitting that that anchor. It's not really a common option. Most people who hit the anchor, they're just like, all right, I hit the anchor, I'm good. But Fizz with the punish, the weapon toss. Nye didn't hit the wall, but didn't even matter as Fizz hit the weapon toss.
Yeah, Nye maybe overestimated the distance that the down signature would cover. It was very close. Another anchor coming out. Goes with the weapon toss right after it as well. Oh, no! Fizz is going to fall to his death off of that. Nye making the smart swap over to Sidra here, playing this sword very well.
Unfortunate stock loss from Fizz. Again, the anchors come out. Anchors away, coming out from Nye. And with that stock advantage, can go for some of these riskier options. That anchor can be a bit troublesome because you get locked in to those recovery frames, but Fizz is getting caught by him.
Now, speaking of riskier options, you just saw Nye. Oh, man. You just saw Nye go for the D-Light dare. Hit the dare in the weird spot where it's going to bounce at more of an angle. So Nye waited to go for the recovery follow-up, hoping Fizz was going to like panic jump into it or maybe dodge up or spot dodge to where the recovery would hit. So still going for that riskier option when the dare doesn't hit. Look at the cannon coming out right at the end, picking up the KO. 532 damage to 246. Nye more than doubling the damage that Fizz put out that game.
Yeah, Nye really started to pop off there. That first stock, of course, went the way of Nye, but then the second and third, just complete destruction. And Nye, despite not really feeling the Sidra, clearly made the right decision by sticking with it.
So going back to what you were saying about the weapon toss after the anchor, I'm loving that. Because you could maybe try and go for the more hard-hitting KO option of like waiting for a down air or waiting for a side air or something like that that would put you in jeopardy, put you in danger. But it's just that little bit of extra that they're putting on the down signature when the down signature isn't going to guaranteed kill. So that could lead to a kill if there's a panic jump, if there's a dodge that comes out too early. That weapon toss could be the KO option. Very safe option as well. That down signature is going to send Fizz very far away, so Nye has plenty of time to throw out the weapon, get back to the wall, reset those jumps, choose to re-engage, or get back onto the main platform where you can then pick up another weapon spawn.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Just that little extra touch that makes that decision unique, right? Like, I think many people have run into a Sidra on ranked ladder who has done many an anchor, and I'm sure many people have seen Sidras hit those anchors, but that little extra touch of that chase dodge into the weapon toss to get that extra threat, that extra damage, so incredibly smart coming out from Nye. And we're seeing the swap come from Fizz, as Fizz locked in on the Diana. No carryover to the Thor. In fact, not even a similar stat line. This is just something different.
It is going to be Nye versus Fizz here in Game 3. It's tied up 1-1. Fizz putting a lot of space between them and Nye. Backing up. Ooh, didn't even go with the downlight there quickly. Nye maybe feeling confident here, throwing out a lot of moves that Fizz has been unable to punish so far. I don't even think Fizz has found a hit.
Yeah, I was going to say, Nye's untouched right now. There's the first hit coming out from Fizz. Nice double downlight into the neutral light. Suddenly, Fizz starting to come alive, but early damage very much in favor of Nye.
Again, another weapon in Fizz's hands that he wants to put space between him and Nye. It is the Nye's goal and win condition to get in. Close that gap. Nice dash jump side air. Now I think Nye is just going to win the spacing game here. You saw it before on the Mammoth Fortress game. Or sorry, on the small Brawlhaven game. After Nye swapped over to the Sidra. Fantastic spacing and timing.
Yeah, just the positioning from Nye. There's a lot of like micro spacing where you'll see Nye just barely move outside of a move and then go in with a side light. But Fizz opting for the side sig read off the side light, and Nye completely ready for it. Even gets a little bit of a punish behind it.
Ooh, Fizz didn't even go for anything more after that side light. Didn't even try to like chase dodge forward and see what Nye was going to throw out to where he could find like another side light, maybe go for the side light, D-light, in-light. Getting the recovery pickup off the top, but still, Fizz is so far behind this game. This Diana pick is not working yet. There is still time, but it's not working yet. Oh my gosh. Nye is able to just kind of move freely, do whatever Nye wants to do, and Fizz's punish game has not been in tip-top shape.
Just flowing all over the map. Nice falling side air. Might be enough to get the stock. The weapon toss. Another weapon toss, and that is the stock. Fizz with the weapon toss is getting that extra range on the blasters to take the stock off of Nye.
That's Nye playing maybe a little bit same time after time. You see in the GC down signature that Nye likes to throw out to get over to the wall, playing predictable. And you saw Fizz capitalize on that with the straight weapon toss down right along that wall as Nye came in with the D-sig.
I do like the way that Fizz recognized that Nye still had that wall touch off the anchor, so had to go for the extra one, and the extra one caught the recovery. You saw those stars come out, that stuffed recovery. And that was why Fizz was able to finally finish off that first stock. But again, Nye's just back. He's just back at it.
Fizz coming back in, double recoveries.
Nice.
Oh, got down to the ground, so the dash jump side air from Nye. Not going to make the connection this time like it did previously. Weapon toss goes up, over to the cannon, throws the cannon away, gets back to the sword. Neutral air, not quite enough to take up off the top. Nye will likely be going into this next game with 2 victories under their belt. Oh, doesn't quite have the timing for the D-light.
Still going for the D-lights, though. Falling side air will do it, and Nye going to take game number 3. Now 1 game away from moving on in the bracket. Fizz, what's the swap going to be? Is it going to be back to the Thor?
I don't know. Fizz didn't fill out the questionnaire, so we're going to have to wait and see. It's going to be the Brynn. This Shield Maiden Brynn coming in level 46, default stance, compared to the deck stance coming out from Nye's Sidra.
The move speed is going to be nice because, like we were saying, Nye does have some fancy footwork, which helped against Fizz. But we'll see if that is enough as we get right on into game number 4. Fizz 1 game away of getting knocked out, going home with a top 8 finish in this last chance qualifier.
Now Nye is going to start off this game with a cannon. Fizz opening up with some big axe plays. Already has Nye in the orange. It's only been 15 seconds. If Fizz can keep Nye stuck on the cannon, that might be the way. Hits with the side air away, grabs the spear, hits the side signature, gets the KO.
Fizz bringing out the Bryn, gonna be sticking with the spear. Interesting enough, had pick of the weapon, but instead was like, all right, I've done what I needed with the axe. Now it's time for the spear, and you're seeing the spear come out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you blame him? Because I do not blame him for wanting to stick with the spear. Nye does have the sword in hand, though. Hits the D-Sig. Another one. Fizz gets high above it. Doesn't fall prey to the Sidra gimmick. He's finding punishes now.
We talk about the Taros brain. This is a little bit of Sidra brain coming out from Nye. Very much a lot of anchors coming out from Nye.
Yeah, Nye's kind of going full gimmick play now.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not working. This has stepped up the punish game quite a bit. Has a lot of control over the stage here. And a lot of control over the game as he picks up with the neutral signature. That swipe goes all the way straight above Bryn's head.
Now, back to the axe. Primed a second axe. Good jump, good avoidance from the Neutralite of Nye. Neutralite wouldn't have been a knockout, but a fantastic three-piece coming out from Fizz. Neutralite puts Fizz off stage, and Fizz is already back up.
Ooh, gets the sidelight there as well. Nye getting away, jumping and dodging away. Let's get away from the GC neutral signature from Fizz. Ooh, that was almost close to hitting. Fizz hit the immediate side air as well, too. He queued that one up early. Oh, Fizz with the salt taunt on the 3-stock. 492 damage compared to 167.
Putting some seasoning on the corner of Small Mammoth Fortress. Fizz, that's a little bit early, man. You still got one more game to go, and Nye is back over to the Koji. The Bryn looked incredible, but still, that was just enough to get it to game number 5. That was not enough to close it out, and we'll see if Nye has the adjustment with the Koji.
Leaving Small Mammoth, Small Great Hall, and Demon Island on the board, Fizz is going to choose to go to the Demon Island. Again with the default stance on Fizz's Bryn compared to the default stance on the Bryn compared to the defense stand from the Nye Koji. Weapon spawn comes in. Nye grabs the first one. It is not a sword. Swapping over immediately.
But I like that three-piece clash out. Fizz able to pick up a spear, but it was predominantly axe plays. The last one, but there you're seeing the spear coming alive again, getting that three-piece onto Nye.
Fizz hasn't found the momentum that they found previously in the last set. There is a weapon spawn on the field. We'll see it is a swap from Fizz over to the axe. Fizz playing like a ranked axe player, has not thrown out a move in like 10 seconds, just a lot of movement and groovement.
I mean, that's a big advantage of the Bryn. Sidelight, side air. Bryn able to take the first stock. This is looking good for Fizz, but still damage is done. And I could easily get this one to even. Tommy Matt, yup. Gonna miss though. Fizz was ready for it.
Nice punish from Fizz. Said it last game, I'll keep saying it. His punish game has stepped up so much. He is going to take a recovery there after throwing his weapon away. Fizz falling off of his first stock, but still 50 damage at least lead that he has against Nye.
Oh, but Nye is evening up that damage. Looking basically even right now as Nye finds another Neutralite. Fizz has yet to find a hit for a little while now, and it's going to be the swap over to the spear. First tap of damage.
And that was the far right side of the neutral air from Nye that hit too. Weapon toss goes down. Fizz is unarmed. Not a good look here. Eats another neutral air. Has the axe. But based on what we just saw from Nye against Fizz's spear and what we saw previously of Nye against Fizz's axe in this game, I'm not feeling the axe and I'm not feeling the spear. This could be a moment. It is. Gets the KO in orange.
Strong edge guards coming out from Fizz, or strong airplay coming out from the Valkyrie, and that means Fizz now has Nye on tournament stock here, gets the 3-piece, trying to add up this extra damage, try to get as much of a lead as possible when going into these final stocks because Fizz is in the red.
When Fizz is in the air, it does not go well for him. Nye punishes landings very well, but when Fizz is on the ground and Nye's the one in the air, Fizz's anti-air gameplay has been strong so far. Again, back to that 50 damage lead that Fizz has. We saw last time how Nye decimated that, evening it up very quickly. Has the sword in his hand. It's Fizz's spear again coming in. Goes for the D-Light. Nye punishes that whiff with a neutral light turn the other direction while Nye stayed grounded.
Falling there, waits a little bit before opting for the downlight, but that whiffed weapon toss. You're seeing Fizz, like, this is what we were talking about earlier, right? With those vertical weapon tosses, Fizz is going for these diagonal ones, and when they whiff, it means that Fizz leaves himself unarmed for a little bit.
Again, a lot of movement before Fizz chooses to initiate, hits the side air, would not lead to the guaranteed KO, goes with the weapon toss to clean it up, and Fizz is going to take that game.
Fizz with the weapon toss was just what they needed to close it out. The switch to the Brynn, the Shield Maiden, was just what they needed, and that means Fizz continues on in game number 5 over Nye.
That is a big win for Fizz as well. Let me just compare their PRs real quick. Fizz is coming in at 160. Nye is coming in at 41. That is a massive difference. That's a huge win for Fizz.